Hello and welcome to Dunfermline Wheelhouse, part 2. This is going to be a closer analysis of where a couple of friends and myself went to investigate under the grounds of the Dunfermline Palace and Abbey, known as, alternatively known as the Hugh Mills. The Hugh Mills. But just for now I just call it the Dunfermline Wheelhouse. But as this picture shows, it's quite complex because some of the old buildings that used to be there are no longer there. But what I've come to maybe realise was, although I've used the word tunnel here, it might not have been a tunnel per se. There's just certain points that are not shown it that it has been a tunnel. The ground level was lower, obviously, at the time because of the 1700s reset, where the soil came up a bit, which is why we'll see doors below ground level, windows and things like that. But this tunnel has been a bit perplexing because of the lay of the land. But I'm actually starting to think now that it was exposed. The water inlet that was going up into the pumping station was exposed and maybe had a mini bridge, if you like, passing over this gully that ran under the path here. And I'm thinking maybe the grey stone here, the width of the grey stone here, was the width of the road, say, at the time that went across this gully. So that's what I mean, more leaning towards. On the right hand side, as it says, where the wheelhouse pumping station, that wall's ours, we put that up. It's relatively new. And then the memorial gardens are through there, and there's some partial ruins just beyond that. I think it was all linked somehow to the wheelhouse. So if you took that wall away, there's going to be a structure there, obviously, where the water was running into. But that's an interesting point there, where the exposed beams and pipes that my friend saw at this point under the ground, being possibly where it was being fed through for this system. So yeah, a very interesting place. Still a work in progress for me, because there's another tunnel just further up, below the one you see ahead there. There's doors below, and there's another tunnel that runs through, which I'm thinking was maybe for sanitation, maybe at the time. It looks more like it. So we'll cover this one, and then we'll dive up to the next tunnel. Hopefully we'll be a bit more prepared, because it was a bit wet and stuff. One thing I've noticed about this whole entire area, it's extremely perplexing compared to a lot of other places I've studied. You're trying to get the perspective from artists' impressions, such as Giovanni Piranesi, who visited the place. I think it was the 1700s. He travelled throughout Scotland, and he's got a couple of Dunfermline. The primary one, looking up towards the Abbey from the old Pilgrim's Bridge, which was a lot lower at the time, and the hill leading up to the gates towards the Abbey was a lot steeper than it is now. So apparently people needed a great rest when they got to the top, because it was quite literally almost like on a mountain, really, with that huge gully we call the Glen below. So extremely interesting place. The lay of the land is just crazy and difficult to get any form of perspective, or idea of direction from where these artists were pinpointing it. But we'll get back to it, my friends and I, and we'll hopefully not get into any trouble from the authorities. We're not wrecking anything, we're not vandalising anything, it's just sheer curiosity and research that we're doing for this. And we're loving it and finding new things historical new things, which we hope at some point even in the future we could put forward to the council to maybe put into the leaflets. But then probably what I'm finding here they already know, so but it's just a pity they couldn't put up more like information boards and stuff like that, like one here to the right, for instance, with the wall with the pumping station was, telling people, well, what used to be there and stuff like that, and what's below. And the wheelhouse itself, there's been a lot of requests for that to be opened to the general public, because a lot of folk do inquire about it when they see it from the top where you pay to get in and you're showing it from above. But the ground is just down there, it's extremely dangerous, and if you do go down there, I've got to caution you, you really must keep your wits about you at all times. It is so unpredictable. There's a lot of loose ground, rubble, and if you're there after it's been raining or something, then in fact I wouldn't even go when it's wet. I would just wait for a good day when it's completely dried out, and you'll be a wee bit more safer. So if you are going to go up there and venture, just please take care, because I'm not kidding, it's extremely dangerous. Anyway, thanks for listening to this one, I hope it's helped a bit. But in the meantime, here's another wee look at the tunnels below. I'll see you again in part 3.
Aye, it's interesting though. I've never been under here, but it's interesting.
So Jake, it's just for water stream to come out?
It's like quite a big pipe, Mark.
Right.
This kinda size.
Aye.
And there's like a chute coming down at an angle on your way up to one side, so like the pyramid kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it goes in, there's a big tall bit, like 5, 6, 7 times the height of this. Ends. That's where the pipe goes up.
Right.
And there's fallen bits of kind of structure.
Aye.
There as well, looks like big wooden beams or something.
Right, wow.